Hi everyone, it's Flo from FutilitiesandMore.com and Happy New Year. I hope everything went great this year, and here is my first tutorial of the year, and this is all about Charlotte Tilbury. I use the Dolce Vita palette on my eyes. It's a pretty neutral eye makeup, but with some twist in it, because you can see we have a little bit of lashes and some glitter. So I hope you will like this look, and let's get started. I already did my foundation with Makeup Forever stick foundation and my brows. I used a NYX brow pencil, which is absolutely fantastic, very affordable, and some powders to set everything on my brows. Today I am using Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette. You can see it has some bronzy shade, but we also have a nice warmer tone in it, and I really like it. The first shade I am using is the warmest shade of the palette. To apply the eyeshadow I am using Morphe M503. This is a nice brush because you can see it is large, but on the side is not that thick, so it's more precise, which I like. You can see the product is very blendable and very pigmented. Now to blend the harsh edges, I am using the all over blend from Sigma, which I really like. It's very dense and stiff, so it really helps to blend the colors very well and be quite precise, in fact, even if the brush is quite big. Now I am using this bronzy shade, the darkest one here, with a pencil brush from Sigma. I'm using here the product on the bottom of my lid like this, near the lashes. And I blend everything together. I'm going back with the burgundy shade here on the root of my lower lash line to give some definition. And I am using the dark shade here, the bronzy shade, to deepen up the outer corner here and to join the two corners together. Now a little bit of highlight. Love this shade because it's a nice beige gold tone, very neutral and very easy to apply. Love it. It gives a nice highlight, but something very natural. I apply here the product here onto the inner corner, and I add more product with a pencil brush here on the lower part of my eyes. Now I'm dabbing the glitters here in the center of the lid, and I'm using some patting motion, and I try to blend the product to the rest of the lid so that there is no harsh line, and you can see the glitters are gorgeous. I am adding a little bit more gorgeousness here onto the lower part of my eyes. Now to define my eyes a little bit more and to give a cat eye, I'm using these two pencils. One is a regular pencil, but a waterproof one. Don't forget to add some product on the lash line so that you don't see any skin. And to be more precise, I am using Kat Von D tattoo liner per usual. Now I'm adding some false lashes to give a more glamorous look. And I try to blend the fake lashes and the real one with some mascara, and I add a little bit more on the lower lashes also. So this is the final result for my eyes. And now we can move on to the face. So per usual, I am using Shade and Light from Kat Von D. Love this contour palette. I'm using the two shades here on the left. These are the coolest tone of the palette. I'm using the product here on the cheekbone, on the forehead. I'm using the darkest shade here on the jawline. I want something more defined. Now I am using the two coolest and lightest shade of the palette here to give some highlights just on the bottom here of the eyes and on the nose. I'm adding some product on the nose here to avoid any shine, and also on the forehead and the chin. Now I'm using some bronzer. This one is a little bit shimmery. Like it because it's very natural, it's not orangey at all, so it gives just a fresh look, and it's very nice, especially during the winter where I'm completely white, so it gives me a nice glow and a fresh look. Now I'm adding some highlight. This is by Tom Ford. It's a very expensive duo, but I really like it, and it was a little treat that I got recently. I'm adding the product here onto the cheekbones, a little bit on the forehead and the nose, the cupid's bow, and everything here gives me some volume and gives me some definition to the face. And I'm doing a little bit of contour to the nose because I have a very flat nose. Now this is the blush from Charlotte Tilbury. The shade is Ecstasy. It's a nice peachy curly blush, and I'm adding here on the apple of the cheeks. To finish off the look, I'm using Stoned Rose, and this is also again from Charlotte Tilbury. I love it because it's a warm tone peachy shade and really pretty. So this is the completed look, and I really like it because it can be wearable during the daytime without the glitters, but if you want a pop of life and something more festive, you can use the glitters to go out at night. So I hope you will enjoy this look, and as usual you can find me on my Instagram where I post every single day. Thank you for watching, and see you later.